And the Lancers have taken the lead. Finally, they get the back of the net.
They just latched onto it like a cheetah.
A wonderful finish right in front of the face of goal.
The skies celebrate the festival of Makar Sankranti and the ground celebrates the Hockey India League Festival, where we've got not one but two battles lined up today. The first one features the Hyderabad TOOFANS against the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers, and in the second, we'll see the home side, the Ranchi Royals, take on the SG Pipers. Now the question is, in this kite festival atmosphere, who cuts whose strings and who manages to soar the highest? Hello and welcome, I'm Surbhi Vaid, and alongside me is Nikki Lloyd, former Scottish international midfielder and an acclaimed coach. Namaste, Nikki.
Namaste, Surbhi.
Now, it is the last double-header day of the Ranchi leg, Nikki.
I know, it's a sad time. I do love a double day of hockey. You just know you are ensured trickery, goals and mastery on the pitch.
Exactly. What's there to not love about the double-header day? Now, talking about loving hockey and performances, I'm sure Tigers would be impressed by themselves in terms of how they produced a roaring comeback yesterday. What technical adjustments actually helped them regain control after falling behind?
I think for a start for them, it was left foot passing, it was off ball movement. They just seemed to start enjoying their hockey. From a tactical point of view, I was impressed with the Tigers' zonal defensive setup. Although there were pockets of space for the Dragons to play into, especially in the midfield, they seemed hesitant to do so, which meant the Tigers applied a lot of defensive, perceptive pressure. In deep defence, the Tigers worked so hard, with the forwards tirelessly stepping out to the ball carrier, and when the ball was transferred to the other player, they would drop back and cover the middle line. Although it did take quite a while for Altenberg, the coach, to crack a smile. It got to the end of the fourth quarter and we did see a cheeky grin.
Yeah, there was a smile on his face and on the face of their captain as well, who was their star yesterday, Jugaraj Singh. Whether it be the PC conversion or his movement in open play, what about his game made such a big impact?
I mean, he's got the experience, he's very disciplined, he's very composed under whatever pressure that he's asked to be. He shows that composure under the pressure as a leader. He's able to influence his team and inspire them as well. And if we speak about his penalty corners, I mean, he got 2 penalty corners and a stroke yesterday. Not going to lie, his third goal was my favourite. You can see as the ball leaves his stick, you know there is no stopping it. Pure power, and when the ball hits the underside of the net, it's always a good day.
You loved the third goal, but I'm sure the Dragons didn't love any of it because they suffered their second loss yesterday. Now, where do they need to tighten things up? Is it their midfield? Is it their penalty corner defense, or just their overall game?
I think trying to have a complete 60-minute performance from them as a whole, so breaking it down, they need to focus on their composure. They seem to lose it in the final 15 minutes sometimes, they fall apart. In the league, they've conceded 6 goals from penalty corners. In the last match, the Dragons had 45% of the possession and only 6 shots from 26 circle entries. Interesting though, they scored their goals when they had the lowest percentage of possession. But in these moments, that's when they were on the attack, they had better D-structure and better momentum.
But you know what, Nikki? They'll be taking a sigh of relief because this result hasn't impacted their position on the points table just yet. While the Shachi Bengal Tigers have climbed 3 spots to sit 4th.
No, and they, like you say, they'll be breathing a sigh of relief. But when you look at the table, there are only 1 point different from the TOOFANS to the Pipers. The Pipers have a game in hand, and as we know, this league, this table, it can change so quickly. And it's not just the number of games you win for those points, it's that goal difference.
Change is the only constant when it comes to the points table, but there's no change in terms of our top scorer because Kane Russell still leads the chart with 9 goals, but the other 4 on that list will be in action today. Can someone overtake him, Nikki?
Anything is possible in the Hero Hockey India League, that is for sure. Tom Bone, he got a couple last outing. He'll be wanting to look to add to it. Amandeep Lakra as well, he's such an exciting player. And Thomas Domine, he's, again, someone who will utilise the skill. You give him an inch, he will take a mile. And you can't discount Hendricks, that drag flick extraordinaire.
Jugraj Singh is not there on that list yet, but he's also scored 4 goals, 3 yesterday and 1 before that. And we also saw one Indian name over there, Amandeep Lakra, who will be in action very soon.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see everyone who's on show today. I do think we're going to get quite a number of goals.
Yeah, and we will be hoping for that because we like an action-packed match, that is for sure. 8 goals yesterday, how many today we don't know, but we know for sure that the teams have arrived at the stadium to play their last game here in Ranchi before heading to Bhubaneswar. And both sides will want to end their Ranchi leg on the back of a win. We will obviously discuss more about this match with Nikki here. And right now it's time for a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon.
And the Lancers have taken the lead. Finally, they get the back of the net.
They just latched onto it like a cheetah.
A wonderful finish right in front of the face of goal.
I think our team is, compared to others, balanced. It has probably the most balanced players in our squad. We have speed, we have good defense, we have a good connection with each of us. I think the only target we are coming into is just win the league.
Our counter-attack is quite good, but also defending desperately in the circle. We have some great defenders, Lakra, Amish, Davey Hart, Quincy, Quincy. All these boys are such good tacklers, so it makes it quite difficult to score against us. The Tigers are last year's champions, so we don't forget that. They're a really talented team. They've got some great players. The player of the tournament last year, Sukti, plus Abhishek and some really great foreigners. We don't take any game lightly, but if there's one team we would really like to beat, I think it's the Tigers, because they knocked us out last year.
The Tigers go through to the finals.
I really feel it's a vengeance time for us, because we just lost by in the shootouts last time to them. I think we'll get our revenge back this time.
The Marangom K Jaipal Singh AstroTurf Hockey Stadium is getting set for the first match of the day, where the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers will take on the Hyderabad Toofans in a short while. The Lancers picked up the bonus point in their last game, while the Toofans missed out. How do you see this one unfolding?
I think it's going to be a tight concept. The Lancers have been one of the most balanced teams in the league currently. The TOOFANS, they have enjoyed periods of really high possession, but they haven't utilised their chances. I think they'll be looking to frustrate and disrupt the Lancers.
Well, talking about balancing things, you are doing a good job at it as well. Like the show, the commentary, and you're also enlightening us with your masterclass. तो चलिए देखते हैं कि आज का टॉपिक क्या है निकी की पाठशाला में.
Hi, I'm Nikki Lloyd, former Scotland international. With the defensive unit being so set and the three players positioning themselves perfectly, the midfield have such a job to be able to thread that ball through to find the attackers. One way to do that is to utilise the disguise sweep, and I'm here to show you how to do it. So for a normal sweep, you actually will square your body off and you will be kind of parallel to the sideline and you'll be looking for the ball to go straight. With a disguise sweep, it's a different position. You take your left foot and you step it so your toe is directed towards the baseline. You then lead with your left hand. You have position of the stick to ball here, and you eventually slide the ball down your stick, and you want to try and find the bottom right-hand corner. So when you want to fake it, you're going to make it look like you're going to the near post, but actually, with a disguise sweep, you can go to the far. Just like that.
Nikki Lloyd can clearly do it all. What a masterclass, Nikki. But tell me, when do you use it most in the game, the skill that you were showing?
So as a midfielder, if we're looking to transition, let's say from left to right, and then we've got someone on the right-hand side, that can be easily cut out. The disguise sweep can utilise the left foot of the defender and leave them flat-footed.
Talking about midfielders, I think we've seen Zach use that skill as well quite a lot of times. Now, अगर आज तूफान को तूफान मचाना है तो उन्हें ज़रूरत पड़ेगी उनकी मिडफील्ड इंजन जैक वॉलिस की, जिनसे हमने बात की इस मैच से पहले. आइए उस पे नज़र डालते हैं.
We have with us Zachary Wallace. You captained the English side on a few occasions as well. With the TOOFANS especially, what's the kind of leadership expertise that you bring to the table?
Yeah, you know, it's just being authentic. It's not trying to do anything in particular different. We've got a lot of great leaders in the team from the Indian side and also from the foreign side. So, yeah, for myself, I'm just trying to just be my normal self on the pitch and also off the pitch, and hopefully contribute to the team where I can.
It's a word you seem to use a lot, authentic. And speaking of your pre-game routine as a team, what's that like?
Pre-game's always the same. We have a few meetings before, looking at the other team and also looking at ourselves and what we can bring to the game. And then, we have our coffees, we go down to the ground, we chill out, maybe play a little bit of football. And then, about 45 minutes or so before the game, then we start really getting into the warm-up and the preparation.
All right, good luck for the game today.
Thank you.
Zach Wallace over there speaking about their pre-match routine. Now, Nikki, how important is it for the team's mindset to keep the pre-match routine consistent?
Routine is everything. The players have so much to think about during the match. They've got tactics to implement. They've got to help their teammates. They've also got to think about their own game. So if your pre-match routine is exactly the same, there's no stress, there's no worry, and it just allows you not to expend any extra energy.
Yeah, we can see the teams are doing their pre-match interviews and their routines right now as well. While talking about the interviews, we also spoke to Dilpreet Singh, who's from the Lancers, who scored their decisive shootout goal from the last match, helped their team to walk away with the bonus point. Let's see what he's got to share with us.
हमारे साथ मौजूद है दिलप्रीत सिंह और द वेदांता कलिंगा लांसर्स. अब कैसा स्क्वाड में काफ़ी हाई क्वालिटी इंडियन और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय खिलाड़ियों का सही मिश्रण तो दिख ही रहा है. कीना हेंडरसन जैसे प्लेयर्स के साथ आपका तालमेल कैसा हुआ है अभी तक?
नहीं, एक्चुअली क्योंकि वो काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस है उनके पास, है ना, वो ऑल द टाइम हमको मीन्स कि समझाते रहते हैं क्या करना क्या नहीं करना, है ना. तो इसमें ऑफ द फील्ड भी काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है। ऑफ द फील्ड भी हमारे साथ काफ़ी बात करते रहते हैं ना, अभी कैसे हमने खेलना है, कैसे क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना। तो कहीं ना कहीं वो कनेक्शन फिर ग्राउंड के ऊपर दिखता है।
और पर्सनली आपका कमबैक भी तो बहुत ज़बरदस्त रहा है। पिछले 1.5-2 साल में क्या कुछ बदलाव लाया है अपने गेम के ऊपर?
एक्चुअली पहली मेरी यही थी कि मैंने फ़िटनेस अपनी इम्प्रूव करनी है, तो वो धीरे धीरे काफ़ी अच्छी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई है उसके अंदर। और डेफिनेटली जो मेरी गेम थी वो उसको मैं यही मिस कर रहा था कि मैं जल्दी से जल्दी अपनी गेम में आऊँ। तो अभी सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है।
ऑल द बेस्ट आज के गेम के लिए।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Now Dilpreet Singh has made a comeback and he spoke about how he's worked on his fitness, and that can be seen during the matches as well, Nikki.
It really can. Hockey is such a fast game, and you've got rolling substitutions, and the fitter you are, the quicker you can recover, and then you can get back on the pitch. I love that he's speaking about chemistry as well. That's what Hockey India League, it's a platform that can provide that. You can play with different players who you would normally play against on the international scene.
Now you also have opportunity over here to make a comeback in terms of your prediction. Who are you going with today?
I mean, I got it right yesterday, just saying.
Why can't I remember it?
I think it's going to be a tight one. The TOOFANS, they might get a little bit desperate. As I say, Lancers slightly more balanced. So tonight, I'm going to go Lancers for the win.
Yeah, you're wearing TOOFANS color, but you're supporting Lancers. Nice, Nikki. That's a good prediction from your side. Well, it's now time to wrap up the show because we're inching closer to the live action. Now, will the Lancers return to winning ways in regulation time, or will the TOOFANS make a comeback? Not long now before we find out the answer to this question.
And the Lancers have taken the lead. Finally, they get the back of the net.
They just latched onto it like a cheetah.
A wonderful finish right in front of the face of goal.
Hi, I'm Nikki Lloyd, former Scotland international. With the defensive unit being so set and the three players positioning themselves perfectly, the midfield have such a job to be able to thread that ball through to find the attackers. One way to do that is to utilise the disguise sweep, and I'm here to show you how to do it. So for a normal sweep, you actually will square your body off and you will be kind of parallel to the sideline and you'll be looking for the ball to go straight. With a disguise sweep, it's a different position. You take your left foot and you step it so your toe is directed towards the baseline. You then lead with your left hand. You have position of your stick to ball here, and you eventually slide the ball down your stick, and you want to try and find the bottom right-hand corner. So when you want to fake it, you're going to make it look like you're going to the near post, but actually, with a disguise sweep, you can go to the far. Just like that.
Hello and a very good evening to one and all here from the Marang Gomke Jaypal Singh Munda Astro Turf Hockey Stadium here in the beautiful city of Ranchi, which is wearing festive colors of very happy Pongal, Sankranti, Bihu and Makar Sankranti and Lohri to all our viewers as match number 16 between the Hyderabad Toofans and the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers is all set to be underway in just a little bit. It's a crucial fixture in the context of the point standings as the temperature has soared slightly northwards to 18.2 degrees centigrade. One of the warmer days in the last few weeks as the Hyderabad Toofans will want to make an upward progression. They haven't had the right side of the results on the last two occasions, going down once by way of a penalty shootout. Zachary Wallace and company will want to ensure that they nullify the threat of that man in your screens. Arthur Van Doren has been a clear and present danger for every single opponent. Well, time now for the toss with both the captains Sumit and Arthur Van Doren in attendance.
It's time for the toss here in Ranchi. Hyderabad Toofans up against the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. I'm joined here at the center by both captains Sumit Walmiki and Arthur Van Doren, along with the on-field umpires Mohit Rawat and Koon Van Bunji. They've got the coin. Let's flip it.
Who's the call first?
Heads.
Okay. It's trail.
Sumit, toss जीत लिया है, क्या करना पसंद करेंगे?
Start the ball.
Hyderabad Toofans have won the toss and they have decided to start the play.
It's a very critical fixture, especially for the Toofans here, because they are in a mezzanine position on the points chart. Having gone down in their last two fixtures, they will desperately want to clamber back into winning ways. And the good thing about this fixture is one win can propel them into the top three. Time now to listen to what the coaches had to say. I caught up with them a little while earlier. We have with us Pasha Gademan, coach of the Hyderabad Toofans. A little bit of pressure perhaps with two back-to-back losses. What do you think you need to do differently today?
Yeah, I think we only lost one match. The other one was in shootouts, so a draw loss. We got to change the narrative a little bit. I felt that from a lot of perspectives, we've been a very dominant team. Like the last match, the amount of chances we created was insane. We've got to convert them, and that's the main thing we need to do today.
Which brings us to the second question about the shootouts. You've had an unfortunate result, unfortunately, in both the shootouts. So have you been working towards that as well?
Yeah, definitely. So we've had been in the previous one as well, but the first two shootouts were just not good enough. So the next one we have another chance to show that it gets better. But I hope it doesn't lead towards that today, and that we can get the 3 points in regular time today.
Good luck for the game.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
There have been games where you have gone without conceding a single PC. A word on your circle defense and especially the role of Arthur Van Doren.
Well, obviously our circle defence and our whole defensive structure is very important. Obviously Arthur is a key component to that defensive structure. We've been working hard on it. Everybody's committed and disciplined to those structures, so that's what helps. The Toofans have been getting into the circle quite a lot in their matches, so we're going to have to produce another good defensive performance.
3 good results on the bounce. How do you guard against complacency going into a game like this where potentially a win could take you to the top?
Well, there's no complacency in HIL. The results can go any way, as we've seen. There's massive amounts of talent in all teams, and yeah, there's no room for that. We just have to focus on our processes, our game plans. The team is committed to that. They work very, very hard, both on and off the pitch, analysing matches and analysing players. So we've got a pretty good understanding of what the Toofans can produce. But we have to deliver that, and that's our task tonight, is to deliver another good performance.
Wishing you the best for today.
Thank you very much.
Well, time now for the umpires to make their presence as well. Koonman Bunji alongside Mohit Rawat. Two experienced umpires who stride out to the center. A shout out to our technical bench as well, with Fahim Khan, the scoring judge, Rohan Javle, the timing judge, Hira Baljit Singh, the technical officer, and the reserve umpire Anand Dangi. Again, credit to everyone for ensuring that the tournament of such stature is being held in the highest standards possible, as both the teams stride out to the center now. Hyderabad TOOFANs will want to ensure that they get back to winning ways, which would also give them the incentive of getting back into the top three. Vedanta Kalinga Lancers, who have remained unbeaten thus far, will want to continue their winning ways, and a victory here will propel them to the top of the points table.
Lancers. Jersey number 4, team captain Arthur Van Doren. 1, Zed Snowden. 5, Cooper Bunce. 7, Gursahibjit Singh. 8, Bobby Dhami. 9, Dilpreet Singh. 10, Liam Henderson. 12, Krishan Pathak. 15, Rohit Kullu. 16, Alexander Hendricks. 17, Sunil PB. 19, Craig Murray. 20, Pratap Lakra. 21, Rosan Kujur. 24, Anton Kina. 26, Deepak Pradhan. 29, Ravi Chandra. 39, Amit Kumar Topo. 48, Dipsan Dirge. 99, Angad Bear Singh. Introducing the team, Hyderabad TOOFANs. Jersey number 17, team captain Sumit. 1, Bikramjit Singh. 4, Amandeep Lakra. 7, Zachary Wallace. 8, Mukul Sharma. 10, Arshdeep Singh. 15, Sundaram Rajawat. 16, Nick Woods. 18, Nilakanta Sharma. 20, Talvinder Singh. 22, Jake Anderson. 23, Arthur Desluwer. 25, Mitchell Sudhoff. 27, Rohit Ringbaum. 29, Tim Brand. 30, Rahim Akib Syed. 74, Jean Paul Dalberg. 78, Rajinder Singh. 92,
Again, it's a pleasure to welcome our esteemed dignitaries as always.
Boys and girls, please welcome our
Shri UP Saab, Principal General Manager, BSNL Jharkhand Telecom Circle. Shri Shashikant Prasad, Executive Director, Hockey Jharkhand. Shri Pawan Kumar Singh, Hockey Jharkhand. And these gentlemen are accompanied by Mr. P. N. Bhushan, Director, Hockey India. As always, it's our great pleasure to welcome all our esteemed dignitaries. It's always good to see them confabulate with the players on the pitch, also partake of in their love of the sport as well. And as always, our sincere thanks to Hockey Jharkhand, the local federation, for ensuring that the games in Ranchi have not just been well attended, but have also been very well hosted. Again, a big shout out to all the stakeholders here who played a yeoman role in ensuring that these matches have been such wonderfully lit up contests, wonderfully organized staged encounters. Both these teams will know the import of this fixture as well, given that we are almost nearing the business end of the tournament, and each match and each victory will count for both these sides. Hyderabad TOOFANs will desperately want a win, as will the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. But before We are underway. Time now for the Indian national anthem.
भारत के राष्ट्रीय गान के लिए खड़े हो जाए और साथ गाए.
Well, both the teams are suitably G'd up for this critical clash here in Ranchi. The Vedanta Kalinga Lancers haven't yet tasted defeat in the Hero Hockey India League this season. And after a forgettable time last year, this has been some turnaround for the team coached by Jason Stacey. But I look at the Hyderabad Toofans first with Dannenberg starting on goal. Sunil, Devendra Sunil Valmiki, Arthur Sluwer, Amandeep Lakhra, Sumit manning the defense, Zachary Wallace, Neelakanta Sharma, Michael Shruthoff in midfield, Arshdeep Singh, Tim Brand and Talvinder Singh up ahead. We will of course see the likes of Shilanan Lakhra, Nick Woods and Jacob Anderson at some point, even as Nicky Lloyd, my fellow commentator, is back up in the comm box. A very good evening to you, Nicky.
Good evening, Arun. Yeah, quick dash from pitch side into the slightly warmer commentary booth. Very much looking forward to this game against the Toofans and the Lancers. For the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers, 4-3-3. Patak in goal, Benner, Arthur Van Doren as captain. Turkey and Hendricks make the back four. Henderson, Keena and Rabichandra in the midfield. Dilpreet, Burns and Garbashabrit in the front three. Craig Marinus, Jed Snowden as a possible goalkeeper to come on. Lakra, really want to see him, and Deepak Pradhan as well. We know all the players are going to be used as we have rolling substitutions. There is Pasha Edman, the Hyderabad Toofans head coach.
Always a cheerful presence, as is this gentleman on the screen as well. Jay Stacey has done a remarkable job in turning around the fortunes of the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. The time now for the countdown before this exciting fixture is underway.
Ranchi, get ready for the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
Let's play, says the umpire, and it's quarter-one action between the Hyderabad Toofans and the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. The Lancers in their smart blue kit will push from left to right, and in their bright yellow, it will be the Hyderabad Toofans pushing from right to left. Both these teams find themselves in slightly different positions in the table. The Hyderabad Toofans are in a mezzanine position in the 5th spot. Vedanta Kalinga Lancers will know that a victory here will propel them right to the top in the commentary box. This is Arun Venugopal, and I'm joined by the former Scottish international Nicky Lloyd. A very good evening to you.
Good evening once again. Yeah, this is going to be a battle for sure. Like you say, the Lancers, they've done very well. They've got 8 points from their 3 games. The Toofans, though, when you watch them play, you can see the style that they are trying to implement. Their tactics are strong, their possession is good. They just haven't been able to execute as they would have expected to.
Sunil Benur finding Craig Marais up front. These two teams have had very contrasting approaches. With the Hyderabad Toofans, you often have seen a high risk, high reward approach. They've also been a little unfortunate with the 2 shootouts not going their way. Vedanta Kalinga Lancers, for their part, have been very, very structured, especially in defense. It's a good circle penetration early in the piece for the TOOFANS. Snuffed out.
Yeah, interesting, you could see on the prediction there, actually the TOOFANS edging the Lancers on that. Who's going to win? And that could be because, as you just said, Arun, they play an exciting, progressive style of hockey. That's what we want to see as well.
Again, going for that speculative aerial, trying to find Michel Struthoff, I beg your pardon. Was in fact drafted into the squad as a replacement, as a late replacement. And it's never easy replacing the likes of a Gonzalo Payat. But credit where credit is due. Struthoff has done his bit all right.
And it's always difficult to come in. You know, if you have replaced an injured player, you aren't replacing them. You're able just to create the opportunities for yourself. And so you need to see a difference in kind of your mental attitude as you approach being brought into a team.
Dilpreet was having a chat with him earlier in the evening. Did speak of his improved fitness levels. Found himself out of contention for the 2024 Paris Olympics. In fact, Dilpreet Singh was just going off the pitch. But has since worked on his fitness, was a part of the team that played in the Asia Cup. Will again fancy his chances of playing in the FIH Pro League. There is the man himself, Dilpreet Singh, an accomplished player from the age group level who unfortunately lost his bearings briefly, but now is back in rejuvenated fashion.
The TOOFANS here, they're just in a little bit of a half-court press. The centre forward dropping back, so it's the reverse arrowhead, an inverted position. They just want to try and compress the middle of the pitch, and you can see there, as soon as the Lancers have the ball through the midfield channel, they want to just crush and compress the area.
It's a good point you make, and that will be a true test of the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers' methods, because they do swear by methods. But one of the things that Jay Stacey attests to and does strongly believe in is the fact that they're not entirely a defensive team. They have in fact been wanting to get better on the attacking front, even as they make a circle entry. A chance here early in the piece, and it was a great opportunity for Bobby Singh Dhami. Unfortunately for the Lancers, went a-begging.
Yeah, the opportunity was there. It was almost like he was surprised with this, getting the ball back. It's a touch out. You can see the umpire playing advantage. Beautiful touch in and just coming through. Dannenberg right on top there. And it's Henderson. I think he should have done better with that. Just gone around the goalkeeper. He plays it directly at Dannenberg.
Liam Henderson will be most disappointed. He had plenty of space as well on that occasion. And that's what would be something that he would rue quite a bit. Liam Henderson has been the most expensive signing at the auctions this year at 42 lakh Indian rupees.
Henderson, high value player for sure, but just because he's missed that one opportunity, I'm sure he'll clear it from his mind and we'll see him have plenty more in this game.
Indeed, plenty of time left in this fixture. We have just about 5 minutes have elapsed, in fact, in this fixture, as the TOOFANS are looking to build from the right, overloading that channel. The umpire, Koen van Bunji, laying the law. Also has been a cricketer in the past, brother of Dan van Bungie, former Netherlands international cricketer. Was the FIH Umpire of the Year in 2021-2022 as Neelakanta Sharma looks to prod along on the right.
The Hyderabad TOOFANS, they're looking to utilise the wide flanks on the pitch. That's just because the Kalinga Lancers are holding space in the middle of the pitch. It's really tough to play the ball in and then utilise that space. So what the TOOFANS will do, they'll try and play it round, they'll look for a transfer, and if they can get it in, but you can see under immediate pressure now.
Roshan Kajur plays it back to a man in the more central position. Wins the ball back, but then a little soft on that occasion.
Yeah, it was a good steal from the Lancers, and you see the ball is played out. The pickups there, the pass. Dilpreet Singh trying to pick it up on his reverse. For me, he had time to get round, have a strong side pickup. But also, it was a bit of a bouncy pass over that distance. When you're not going through a player, just keep it flat.
Lancers will have a chance to outlet again this time from the left. Antoine Kina has demonstrated great speed along the wings, and that's a huge strength of Antoine Kina. It secured him the Player of the Match award as well in their previous encounter.
Yeah, Kina, he's an exciting player to watch for sure. It's just really good to see a player like him, like 3D skills. He just moves the ball, really long levers as well.
Bringing in the changes are the Hyderabad TOOFANS at the moment. Sundaram Rajawat is back in the dugout. As plenty of squad rotations have been employed by both teams early in the piece. Neither team has created a concrete opportunity except for that lone attempt from Liam Henderson a few minutes ago.
Yeah, Strutov there getting the free hit, but you can see every time the TOOFANS take the ball into the middle of the pitch, they're surrounded by players, but it's going to be a backstick free hit out. That's the first opportunity that TOOFANS have had.
They came perilously close to taking a shot. Arshdeep couldn't find the required space as Dipsan Tirki was on his case rather swiftly.
Now the TOOFANS implementing a higher press. You can see every time the ball carrier picks up the ball, they're there to disrupt. Although they've not had the positive outcome on that occasion, it's really nice to see them pushing pressure.
Pasha Gardeman, the Hyderabad TOOFANS coach.
Liam, relax.
And Konvan Banga just asking for Liam to pipe it down just a tad bit. Liam Henderson wonders what the fuss was all about.
It's a strong stick tackle there. So the Lancers will have the free hit just inside the attacking 25s. The ball has to travel 5 yards before it goes into the D.
Circle penetration has been secured by the Lancers. They are looking for a foot inside the circle. Play on, says the umpire, Mohit Rawat.
It was nice play along the baseline. We've seen countless teams do this. What I love in men's hockey is they're obviously looking for a foot here. It's not been given, but you can hear their teammates like shouting, yes, yes, we've won it, just to try and influence the umpires. The umpires, of course, having none of it and only blowing what they see.
Tilakanta Sharma, again an experienced midfielder who has been a part of the Indian national setup for a number of years now, will have to marshal the team's advances. Got a bit of the foot on that occasion. Angad Singh, the guilty party.
Yeah, we've spoken about the Lancers really controlling the games, but at the moment they're only about 40% possession. The TOOFANS just about up to 60. Now, previously they have shown that they can command possession, they can create opportunities, but they don't always convert and they can't always see out the game. To be interesting to see how they utilise this, and it's a really big possession that they've got an advantage of. That's an ugly tackle and an easy call for Anbunga to give to the TOOFANS.
Going for the crossfield aerial to the captain Sumit Valmiki. Great skills on display as he tries to deceive and dislodge Cooper Burns, and more great skill that came by way of the TOOFANS.
The TOOFANS just back paddling slightly. They're creating that V, so they've got a pivot player and then accelerating through, as we can see. That's better to Sluva.
Great give and go, in fact, from Arthur De Sluwa. Got it back and then was looking to find Shilanan Lakra up ahead, who was in front of goal.
Yeah, from De Sluva there, that's one way to break down a zonal defensive unit. You need to make sure that you're putting players in those pockets of space, but they're on the move so that the defending side don't have any opportunity to compact that area.
Shilanan Lakra will again play a pivotal role. This is where the Lancers are so good at, in keeping the ball and then making those quick vertical attacks, as they have been doing at the moment. They are looking for an opening. Craig Moraes has been really effective on the right, and now it's back to Antoine Kina, who's drifted into a more central position. You see him a lot more on the left, but on this occasion moved to a more central role.
Yeah, Kina there trying to find Murray. It was a nice ball through, but that Lancers attack was only able to come to fruition because of the TOOFANS midfield being flat as a pancake. When you've got that one easy pass, a turn and a lovely receipt from the midfielder can just get rid of three players like their cones.
Would you say the flat as a pancake midfield positioning was by design or by virtue of the players drifting out of position?
I think they're just switching off for a minute, just not having the discipline that they needed to. It's easy to happen, like, though. You do see teams, they can't have perfect positioning every single time, but then it's the role of either the player in the centre or the line behind them to just remind them, and they'll just rearrange then.
It's a good slap cross sent across to Dilpreet. That piece of action will mark the end of the opening quarter, and opening quarter filled with much intrigue and plenty of sparring from both sides. Eventually, neither team managed to score at the end of quarter one. The Lancers and TOOFANS are deadlocked at 0-0.
Yeah, the first quarter was a little bit of both teams just testing the waters, seeing how the opposition is going to stand up. Liam Henderson creating the best opportunity of the game for the Lancers, the off-ball movement, but then just the lack of accuracy for the Lancers on the attack stopped them from anything more. For the TOOFANS, that we just saw was the best moment, and it was all because Jasluva broke through in the midfield line and could break down the zonal press. It's been a little bit bitty, as I've said, no team really taking control of the first 15 minutes, and I'm sure that's something that the coaches will be speaking to in this 2-minute break. So at the end of the first quarter, it's 0-0 between the TOOFANS and the Lancers.
Precious little to separate both these teams. An identical number of circle penetrations. The Lancers have one more shot. Jay Stacey, one of the rare instances that you see him animated. Pasha Gardiman, a very cheerful man on and off the pitch, is of course concerned with some of the shortcomings that he might want to make good on, as we see a change on goal as well. Krishan Bahadur Pathak, in fact no change on goal. Krishan Bahadur Pathak will of course continue under the bar for the Lancers. Arshdeep Singh is all in readiness to commence action in the second quarter. A quarter which promises to unleash at least a couple of goals, Nikki, given the amount of sussing out both the teams have done in the first period.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx it, but I definitely think that there will be goals in this game. It's just the moment of actually the teams feeling comfortable. Yes, they're trying to implement the defensive tactics that they are being told to by their coaches, but then they also need to play with freedom, play what you see on the pitch.
Clear instructions coming from the umpire, no foul whatsoever. Play on, and that's good umpiring. Antoine Kina will always be crucial, as would be the man who's holding the ball at the moment, Arthur van der Ven. There have been games where the Lancers haven't conceded a single PC, and that's largely a function of some brilliant hockey. Circle entry, Cooper Burns has now secured a PC for himself thanks to a great defense splitting ball from Arthur van der Ven, which was picked up by Cooper Burns, and Mohit Rawat was quick to call a PC.
Yeah, beautiful play. This whole aspect here, just the 1-2 off-ball movement, beautiful. And then play on for that tackle, but that one diving down, that's just a bit much on as Sumit takes on Burns. You can see there's a push in the back as well, and that's what it's being called for. His right hand is off his stick and he's pushing on to Burns. So a short corner opportunity, the first of the game for the Lancers.
It's a good trap, it's a good strike as well, but ultimately has been thwarted by the goalkeeper. Hendricks couldn't reach the defense, and a very, very swift counter-attack mounted by the TOOFANS, and now it will be the Lancers who will stave off the challenge and very quickly put away.
Injection coming to the far castle. It's a pretty direct corner, if I'm being honest. Bikramjit there, I think he does super well, but it's how the TOOFANS then accelerate to try and gain an attack. And we're going to have a shot. Anderson asking the first question and the response coming back in. It's all a bit of a mess in the circle.
Two great options that didn't quite go the way of the TOOFANS there. They did test out the goalkeeper. Both the goalkeepers, in fact, have been tested. Krishan Bahadur Pathak as well as Bikramjit. They've shared duties at the international level. And now on either side of the pitch, they both have been tested in a matter of a few seconds. It's a good run yet again from Arshdeep Singh, trying to overrun the defender.
The cross area ball into space, taken down really nicely there by Mukul. And the ball has come up, and a short corner given. So this is what we expected in the second quarter.
Much better from both these teams. Zachary Wallace, of course, was in the thick of action. Anderson took the backhander a little while earlier. Krishan Bahadur Pathak did really well to guard the near post. Shutov was absolutely disappointed, and Zach Wallace on this occasion was shadowed by Dilpreet, who couldn't prevent the ball finding his feet. Now the TOOFANs have a chance to score via a penalty corner. It's Amandeep Lakra in the first battery. There is Michel Shutov in the second. Lakra goes up, but only finds Krishan Bahadur Pathak's protector. And a card has been issued as well. I think it's Tips and Turkey. We will have confirmation, of course.
Yeah, it's as this tackle comes in there on the attack, trying to defend but trying to go a little bit too hard. So the TOOFANs now down a player for the next 2 minutes. Number 23 it was given to, so Deshluva, he is off for 2 minutes for his team. Interception here, save, great save there coming through. And it's a free hit out.
Krishan Bahadur Pathak has been a standout performer for the Indian national side for a number of years now, and he's giving ample indication of why that's the case. Positioned himself well, Roshan Kujur, before taking the shot.
I think Banu there, he also got a little bit of a touch on that. That is Arthur Deshluva having 2 minutes sit down for that heavy challenge.
Wouldn't you imagine that the 2-minute green card would entail no conversation with any of the support staff? We saw Emily Calderon there, just quickly having a word with the team's analyst.
Yeah, it's something, the only kind of help they can get is for medicinal purposes. So if there's a physio or someone like that, so she may be wearing 2 hats, or maybe pretending to be someone so she can slick some secret information on board.
I think it was just a case of a little bit of gamesmanship, really. Got a quick word or two before the umpires had to shush her away. It's a good ball there, played across the left channel. Tim Brand couldn't find Rohit Singh on that occasion.
And even though the TOOFANs are down a player, they are up 75 possession in this second quarter, which is a huge amount. Beautiful interception there once again. The Lancers really struggling to connect going forward.
Rohit Singh yet again looking for some support. Did well to hold on there before reinforcements arrived. Zachary Wallace has been causing a lot of trouble to the Lancers, who otherwise have been really good with their outletting. 70% success rate with the vertical connections.
Yeah, absolutely. But Zach Wallace, I think, is a little bit unlucky to concede that free hit there. But Van Bunga, from his angle, which is obviously different to what we see, giving it a free hit against him.
Woods sprinkling the ball across the turf. Now are the Hyderabad TOOFANs trying to pace the game in their favor. The second quarter got off to a frantic start, really, with both teams securing a PC each rather quickly. Circle entry and a chance here that has gone a begging, just wide off the far post. On that occasion was a snapshot from the TOOFANs.
Yeah, Wallace here doing so well, connecting Brand on the ball with that turn. It's a shame not to get it on target, but you can see 2 of his players are expecting the rebound, not making the goal bigger.
It's a good ball here inside the circle. Yet again are the Lancers. Roshan Kujur's cross could not find the desired man.
delightful skill though from Arshdeep. Look at this, under pressure, is going to receive this ball. So it's Roshan here wanting to play the ball across, and it's just gone a little bit wide.
Jimran doing ever so well. One hand on the stick, ensuring plenty of stick control. Place the ball inside from the top of the D. A chance here, a really good chance, and excellent circle defense yet again from the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. And this is something we have seen throughout the competition. Very well done to recover the ball from an increasingly tight space.
That is beautiful pick up here, getting that quick shot away, and Arshdeep almost doing enough, but he's under the pressure there, and you can see it's a heavy first touch from him, and it takes it away. Hendricks there helping mop up.
Using his physicality to great advantage there, Hendricks. Nilakanta. Deflection gives the ball away. A chance here for Liam Henderson to make a significant dent. There is Roshan Kujur on the right, but he has gone for the left.
A beautiful aerial ball, great takedown there from Craig Moraz, coming off of the baseline. It's a scramble and it's a penalty corner.
Had to put in the body there. The Hyderabad Toofans, they are asking for the referral.
I touch it on attacker stick and it goes high. Okay, thank you. Saurabh, can you hear me?
Yes, Mohit, go ahead.
I gave a dangerous for the attacker, but it's a Lancer referral. He's calling. It's a attacker stick. Can you check for me?
Okay, so it's TOOFANS referral. They are saying it is not a PC.
TOOFANS, yeah.
Okay, I will check.
Well, the Toofans do believe that it was off the stick and not off the body. Arthur De Sluwer was fairly clear in his contention, but it's up to the video umpire Saurabh Rajput, who will review the evidence on hand. Race making the cross. Slower did say it bounced off the stick. Just there. Was there any contact? The video umpire will take a nice long look at this. It's not a straightforward decision by any stretch of imagination. Another angle that will give the video umpire a little more
Mohit,
space.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have advice for you. It was from the attacker stick. So, restart.
Great. Okay, thank you.
The right decision made eventually, which was Arthur De Sluwer's contention in the first place, was a good referral. And Hyderabad Toofans have not just averted a PC, but also retained the referral.
I'm just going to stop time for one moment. There is a kite on the pitch. But no, I agree with you. That was a really good referral from Sluwer there. He was the player involved. It was a clear question to the umpire that then went up to the video umpire and dealt with accordingly.
Krishan Bahadur Pathak doing his bit to mop up the kite. Today, of course, happens to be a harvest festival across the country, celebrated in different names: Makar Sankranti, Lohri, Pongal, Sankranti, and festival greetings, of course, to everyone across the country. And kite flying is intrinsic to some parts of India, especially in the state of Gujarat, where it is a bit of a ritual during Sankranti. Again, a swift attack mounted by the TOOFANS. Took a little too long there. Rohit Singh couldn't find his partner in time.
A good advantage there played by the umpire, and Rohit there. You could see what he was trying to do, but he just stopped moving. As long as you move slowly along the baseline, you ask the question of the defenders not to jump in, but when you are stationary, you give them the advantage.
This time shuffling in from the left. It's Shilanand Lakra. Was again shunted out. It's been a defensive masterclass across the competition, really, from the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. There's something that I was having a word with Jay Stacey as well, Nikki, prior to the match. Given that he didn't have too much time to spend with the squad, just a question of how he's got his charges to buy into that defensive work ethic. He says that there's been plenty of video analysis. He, of course, swears by video analysis, reviews footage after every single game. He tries to work out little chinks.
Yeah, it's kind of a non-negotiable now in the modern game. The video is just so vital. It gives you just another angle, and you might remember it differently. And you watch it on the film, and it's clear to see.
What's also interesting is that he said it wasn't so much about horses for courses, rather than just burnishing your own routines. Great run from Shilanand Lakra, yet again demonstrating great speed along the middle.
It was a beautiful pickup, just because his first touch changes the line of the ball, and then Captain Van Doren coming in to clear up as well. And now a push on the back against Amandeep Lakra. Gets the free hit for his team as well. You can see as this ball is played in, it's going to be a bit of a shove. Yeah, it's an ugly tackle there by Bobby Singh.
Shilanand Lakra, in fact, has had a fascinating journey to top flight hockey. He grew up in one of the more remote villages in Odisha's Sundargarh district, which is also the district from which the great Dilip Tulki, the current Hockey India president, hails from, where he had to deal with a lot of hardships, including the untimely demise of his father, Shilanand Lakra. Did at one point train to become a priest, but eventually traded those garbs for hockey outfits. And the cry inside the circle was basically to take it easy, not to outlet with a lot of duress. Just stay calm under pressure, which has been the motto of the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers.
It has, but the TOOFANS, they've had so much more possession, and the circle entries 15 to the Lancers 8. Again, they haven't been able to capitalize on that, and we see Kina here running for that one hand on the stick that we utilize him with, and we could beautiful 3D skill going into space, just taking it a little too open. We had to see then a turnover ball. So the Lancers, they're creating chances as well. That was Burns on that previous opportunity. And you could see what he was trying to do, play the ball into space, use 3D skill, but that only works when the ball is either glued to your stick or really close. As we see the ball pick up here, Burns shapes, that's a lovely bit of skill, but as the ball then is out of his control, it's an easier pick and tackle for Summit.
It's been the Lancers all the way in the second part of this second quarter. It's a good ball up front inside the circle. Chance beckons now for the TOOFANs. Yet again, they're not able to breach the Lancers' defense as they swiftly hit on the break. With under a minute and a half, this could prove to be a crucial passage of play.
Yeah, Lancers clinging on, and it was Burns once again using the 3D skill just to take it out of pressure. He's on the ball again now. He plays the first time touch. It's a nice idea there for the Lancers, but it just wasn't executed. So you see the TOOFANs coming in, one touch pass in, slight back pass, back in goal. He does exceptionally well. His positioning, he gets that right hand glove to it, plays it out, and then trusts his defensive unit to clear it.
Lancers looking to make a swift advance here. Cooper Burns playing the ball further along the channel. Can have given back possession now. The Lancers find a shot that hits the post on that occasion. Liam Henderson took a shot from a slightly oblique angle. That could very well be the last piece of action in the opening period, as both the teams have threatened to score without actually scoring a goal. It's been entertaining and sometimes excruciating from the players' point of view, but this was the last opportunity.
Yeah, Henderson, you can see coming across. It's a tight angle. The ball is rolling away from him. He can't put everything through, and it's the outside of the post. Pathak in goal there. He had it covered, but that ball was travelling.
Was struck with some ferocity, and on that note, we will, of course, wind down for the halftime break as Vedanta Kalinga Lancers and Hyderabad TOOFANs are deadlocked at 0-0. We'll be back soon.
And the Lancers have taken the lead. Finally, they get the back of the net.
They just latched onto it like a cheetah.
A wonderful finish right in front of the face of goal.
Hi, I'm Nikki Lloyd, former Scotland international. With the defensive unit being so set and the three players positioning themselves perfectly, the midfield have such a job to be able to thread that ball through to find the attackers. One way to do that is to utilise the disguise sweep, and I'm here to show you how to do it. So for a normal sweep, you actually will square your body off and you will be kind of parallel to the sideline, and you'll be looking for the ball to go straight. With a disguise sweep, it's a different position. You take your left foot and you step it so your toe is directed towards the baseline. You then lead with your left hand. You have position of your stick to ball here, and you eventually slide the ball down your stick, and you want to try and find the bottom right hand corner. So when you want to fake it, you're going to make it look like you're going to the near post, but actually with a disguise sweep, you can go to the far. Just like that.
Super, super A है 55%. Okay. Okay, so Hyderabad तूफान्स का और विदर्भ कलिंगा लांसर्स का शायद फैंस है. I mean, आपके हाथ में फ्लैग्स है ना, वो हम वेव करेंगे.
Welcome back to the Hero Hockey India League, coming to you live from the Marangom Ke Jaipal Singh Munda AstroTurf Stadium here in Ranchi, where at halftime the Toofans and the Lancers are even Stevens at 0-0 apiece. It's not been bereft of action, has this game been. Right from the get-go there have been opportunities, but a clear-cut chance for Liam Henderson was perhaps the best one that the Lancers had.
I think I would agree with you there. For me, the TOOFANS, they showcased their skill. Yes, they had the possession. They did really well going forward. The only way they were broken down by the Lancers was when they upstepped a player. Burns here, running really strongly along the right baseline, getting the push against him, but it was a bit of a tame shot there from the drag flicker. The TOOFANS then came into action. They started to utilize it, and the difference was that every time they picked up the ball in an attacking area, they moved it dynamically with their first touch, and ultimately that's the difference. Both teams are playing zonal pressing, and so those one-time passes, just like we're seeing here, those quick shots and that off-ball movement is going to be so important to break each other down in the second half. Of course, unless they change tactics, and then we'll see a completely different game.
We also saw further opportunities being created as the second quarter wore on, which was by and large one that belonged to the TOOFANS. But with a few seconds left for the halftime hooter, it was yet again the Lancers who created the chance. Once again, it was Liam Henderson who found the post but not the goal. So two clear-cut chances for the Lancers coming by way of Liam Henderson. As we look at the numbers, the TOOFANS had 5 more circle penetrations, courtesy a more purposeful second quarter, 2 shots apiece on target and 1 penalty corner apiece for the TOOFANS and the Lancers. So still very little to separate these two teams, which have adopted different approaches but have stuck to a 0-0 position. Time now to listen to the coach's assessment of the goings on.
Coach, you've dominated possession in the first half and created a few chances, but the Lancers are packing the circle. How do you look to create space to shoot or penetrate in the second half?
Yeah, I think we need to keep the spacing a little bit bigger in the final quarter to see if we can really get chances there. But I'm currently pretty proud of how stable we are playing this match. So it's a pretty structured match from both of the sides. So let's see if we can actually convert some chances or create some more chances and convert them.
All right, wishing you all the luck for the rest of the match. Thank you. Coach, the outlet play and vertical connections have been good, but you would want better connections inside the attacking circle?
That's probably a fair assessment, yes. I think we also need to put a lot more pressure on their defence coming out. We're giving them too much to find passes. That's one area we need to fix. We need to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more composure in the attacking third of the pitch, and hopefully we can generate some chances.
All right, wishing you all the luck.
Some good questions and some precious insights as well coming in from the coaches as we look at the Neon Socks holder. Kane Russell has had a vice-like grip on those socks and he's unwilling to relent. Of course, in Nicky Lloyd, we have an unflinching fan of Kane Russell's.
Absolutely, I love how he's playing at the moment. But Amandeep Lakra, I'm wanting to see him. Alexander Hendricks as well. He's been quiet in this game. I expect to see him in the second half. Those who aren't quiet, though, are the fans. You can see those who are supporting the Hyderabad TOOFANS. They have their banners, their flags, and they are waving them.
Well, they sure would want to see a TOOFAN's victory here. The word TOOFAN, of course, means storm, and they would want to unleash a bit of that. As we see potentially a change in goal for the Hyderabad Toofans. In fact, Jopor Danneberg, of course, continues, even as Krishan Bahadur Pathak continues for the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. Both the goalkeepers haven't had too much to do, in fact, except for the odd shot on target.
No, while they haven't necessarily had a lot to do saves-wise, they've organised and orchestrated the defence in front of them, and I've been impressed with both of them so far. Some people do think, oh, the goalkeepers just are the shot stoppers. Very difficult for me to say, but actually they can see the entire pitch, so the structure can be largely down to them as well.
Speaking of structure, that's an area that Pasha Gademan, the Hyderabad Toofans coach, said he was particularly pleased about, especially after the last two outings where they were guilty of veering out of position ever so often. But how do they manage to sustain it? Or will the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers once again put their successful outlet play into business and finally find the conversion that they so badly need? All those will be interesting subplots as we are almost set for third quarter action, with both the teams still seeking their first goal of the contest. It's third quarter action and Dilpreet Singh initiates proceedings. It's a clash between the Hyderabad Toofans and the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. In case you've just joined us, both the teams are 0-0, and in the commentary box this is Arun Venugopal, and I'm as always delighted to have for company Nicky Lloyd, the former Scottish midfielder.
I'm delighted to be here with you too, Arun. Yeah, as we see the Toofans running forward, it's Zach Wallace on the attack, giving the ball wide to the right. It's another baseline attack. It's lifted, but really well cut out by the free player and finding the foot.
It was the Australian Tim Brand once again, who was a live wire for the Toofans. Excellent stick control, went one-handed, but good defending again from the Toofans. Tips and Tirki doing ever so well. Now the Lancers have a chance to move ahead. That stick challenge will result in a long corner.
Van Doren on the ball as the deepest player, but as he plays the ball to Hendricks, he goes ahead. Now Hendricks will cover in that position, and we can see that they have rotated to a back five. This is because they need to utilize the width of the pitch. The Toofans are just holding that central position so well. They've got a diamond formation in the front and then an inverted V for their midfield, and it means any aerials like that can be easily picked. And that was Struthoff there with the wonderful bringing down.
We have another match coming up as well at 7 p.m. where the Ranchi Royals take on the SG Pipers at the same venue here in Ranchi. Good deep defending from the Hyderabad Toofans. We saw them set up in a low block. In fact, we saw them employ a half-court press for the better part of the opening period, and then slowly began to find more opportunities, more circle entries just like that. Good defending yet again from the Lancers as Antoine Kina is a rapid presence across the turf.
And Cooper Burns penalised there for it hitting his foot, but the aerial going, and yeah, Struthoff there, he didn't mean to do that. He's saying sorry, and that's what you want to see in the game.
I liked Cooper Burns' reaction as well. Didn't make too much of it. Could have easily seen tempers flare up, but Cooper Burns displayed remarkable composure to play that down. Credit to him. And play does go on.
I think it helped. It cushioned by his moustache, I think, that ball.
We have quite a few mustachioed players on the pitch at the moment. Desluer, of course, is one of those. It's a good ball there inside the circle. From the top of the circle, Krishan Bahadur Pathak was challenged once. He was up to the task yet again, doing goalkeeping 101, guarding the near post. And it's an attack from the right again. good outletting from the Lancers. It's not the first time we have seen that. And Kuhn and Bunji very quick to extend a card.
Yeah, this was really good play from the TOOFANS there. They were looking for the foot. And then we saw a card, I think it was given for a push earlier on. Play was allowed to continue. Really good advantage from the umpires once again. But it's the Lancers who will be down a player.
Really unnecessary foul is what you would imagine looking at it. Both the teams are desperate for 3 points from this fixture. Hyderabad Toofans are coming on the heels of a defeat and a loss in shootout. The Lancers are as yet unbeaten in the tournament and will want to extend the winning run, which, should they manage today, will propel them to the top. Craig Marais will spend a couple of minutes on the naughty step, almost in isolation to atone for what he did.
Yeah, and 2 minutes can change a lot of things. You can hear from where we are in our commentary booth of the TOOFANS. They want to high press. They want to try and win the ball further up the pitch. So as the ball goes to one of the sides of the pitch, then they will look to really close that off. They won't want a transfer to happen again. And we see the cutting of the pitch now. They're holding a position. They want then the ball to go even further wide. It does, and that's when they put pressure on. Really good static press there from the TOOFANS.
Pasha Kariman really letting it rip. He's a very soft-spoken man otherwise, but clearly has a sense of urgency about him and wants to ensure that his charges channel that as well. It's a critical juncture in the game. They have gone down in a couple of shootouts. While it might be early to ponder the probability of a shootout as yet, TOOFANS might not want to be staring down that barrel.
And the Lancers now, they must put pressure on the ball carrier, but then when it goes across, as we've seen now, it's the constant rearrange and movement. And it's such word hark. There's a push in the back, but it was deemed to be okay there from Antoine King. A little mini aerial now, and the Lancers are on the attack.
It's a good ball played into space by Angad Singh. Chance here, wriggling all the way through. And right at the very end, Cooper Burns was unfortunately spurned. Was a great bit of action from Cooper Burns here.
Yeah, Cooper Burns has had a brilliant game so far. Look at this little left to right drag, wind his way out. He wanted to take that reverse, but it was his teammate, Adgan Burr, comes across and goes for the strong side shot. You can see why, but I think Burns will be a little bit annoyed at that.
Not exactly something that they needed at that juncture. Cooper Burns seemed to have enough space and enough time on his hands. And it's the men with the moustache who are doing the deed for different teams. We saw Blake covers as well for the Tamil Nadu Dragons, and Arthur De Slower in this game. Something to do with the stash, eh?
And you as well, Arun.
Why, thank you. Although I have a beard as a further accompaniment. Quarter 3 action has heated up just a tad bit more now.
Yeah, it has a little dink to the player in the midfield to immediately play it out. That compresses that line, and it's a really well taken ball, slung across, but once again, just the structure in the attacking D for the TOOFANS letting them down. Everyone rushing towards the ball and no one at the far post. You see this pick up here, stunning. The turn, brilliant. And it's Adnan Burr again, but look at the movement. There is no one covering where he has just come from.
And there was no one up front to poach the goal as well. And we were discussing off-air, Nikki, a little while earlier about Neelakanta Sharma's very wristy passes. We saw a glimpse of that a little while earlier as well. Almost comes across as a slight one-off phenomenon even as we speak. Marais has secured for his team a penalty corner.
Lovely. Right to left, left to right drag, left to right coming over, and that's been given because the ball has been tackled and put deliberately over the back line. So even though the foul happened outside of the D, it happened in the attacking 25, it's given as a penalty corner.
And Jean-Paul Dannenberg will be made to earn his keep as Hendricks lines up. Again has scored a few times from the penalty corner. Antoine Kina with the injection. It will be Hendricks who goes for the flick. Good bit of defending from the TOOFANs, who mount a swift counter-attack. A chance now beckons. It is yet again Neelakanta Sharma. After the supply was made by Jacob Anderson.
It's end-to-end action at the moment. One penalty corner attack, then as you say, a swift counter-attack. Kina coming through the ball, playing the left foot pass, looking to then to move on. It's been received on the right-hand baseline. Once again, winding, turning, trying to find this foot. You can see what they're trying to do, and doing it beautifully.
Great 3D skills, which eventually has resulted in a penalty corner.
So Hendricks comes on to this wonderful number one running. Rajinder there, brilliant. They were actually looking for that diving deflection. Then we had a counter attack. Strong defending though, coming back. That was Benur, and then the PC was one. Beautiful individual skill. Dilpreet coming through, taking his time, not getting worried.
This time again, it will be Alexander Hendricks in the first battery. Antoine Kina with the injection. It will be Hendricks again. He tracks it with a lot of might. And Hendricks will get his name on the scoring sheet yet again as the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers break the goal drought in this game. Hendricks coming to the party by way of a vicious strike that's hurt and hurtled into the backboard.
And Newcastle injection. Hendricks comes onto this. He keeps it low, and that's the difference. It's really difficult. Dannenberg has to get down, and it's between the defender and it was just the goalkeeper. But because Dannenberg's weight is going slightly backwards, that's why when he juts out that left kicker, the ball doesn't deflect wide, it deflects back into his goal.
He's a tall man, is Alexander Hendricks, but stooped to conquer, quite literally on that occasion. Lowered his center of gravity, and then the flick that was supplied with sublime power. For all our viewers tuning in from across the world, you would have got a glimpse of the masterclass that Nikki Lloyd provided a few days earlier on how to execute a good drag flick, and that was as good as it got.
Oh, I wish I could demonstrate the drag flick. I can coach it, but actually demonstrate it at speed is really difficult. And a disguise sweep, just as we're about to see a card being given to the TOOFANs. It's Sharma there, I believe. The player who's been sent off for 2 minutes.
Neelakanta Sharma will be off the pitch as the TOOFAN defense is living dangerously. They are also a man light now. The Lancers will look to take advantage. At the moment, not able to find a PC. I think Antoine Kina fancies a referral just about briefly and then changes his mind. A bit of defending, plenty of chaos inside the circle.
Yeah, Kina there, he's just increasing the temperature on the pitch. You can see what they're trying to do. They want to create chaos, they want to create confusion. That's the only way that they're managing to get through the TOOFANs.
This is not a bad idea at all. They're trying to use the numerical advantage inside the circle. It's as opportune and opportunistic as it gets. Chance now for the TOOFANs to mount a swift break.
Yeah, Brand there doing so well. And that is Nilakantha Sharma, who has been given that green card. You saw him immediately run off the pitch, as when it's issued, the 2-minute penalty only starts as soon as that player sits down.
Shot off, doing well on that occasion to retain possession, but all he can see, for as far as he surveys, is a slew of blue shirts. That's one of the issues for TOOFANS in this quarter. They haven't been able to put enough of their own numbers up front. 78 goals have elapsed thus far in the tournament. The leading goal scorer, of course, still continues to be Kane Russell, courtesy those 3 hat-tricks. A great run from Angad Bir Singh, almost sprinting alongside the ball, and the momentum nearly carrying him over the advertising hoarding.
Yeah, that was great effort. Van Doren providing that huge aerial across to Angad Bir. Yeah, he gave it everything. I think if the pitch had been 4 yards longer, he would have made it.
Slaps the ball with the backhand. The Lancers have done very well in terms of structure. It's been a hallmark of their campaign. They finished 6th, in fact, last season. Not the most flattering of performances, but then the recovery has been splendid, especially if you consider the fact that Jay Stacey, their head coach, who joined the team only about a week before the competition, he did mention that a lot of the communication happened prior to the tournament on video calls, where players were assigned different roles, and close monitoring was done by Pascal, one of the support staff members.
Yeah, and I like that. Some teams might use it as an excuse to be like, oh, we haven't had the on-pitch time with the coach, but they have an entire coaching setup. It's not just the head coach. It's not just Jay Stacey we see there. It's everyone involved, and it speaks volumes for this team that they've bought into making the best of the situation that they can. You can see it in their results.
What's even more admirable is the fact that a number of the foreign players also had to join the camp rather late, ostensibly after the Christmas break, so it never gets easier. Just trying to enmesh what you have as far as the Indian core is concerned with the overseas pros. And that's where Jay Stacey made an important point, but we will get to that as there's been a scuffle between Dilpreet and Arshdeep, and this time Mohit Rawat is in business.
Yeah, we can see just the positioning there. You can see what they're trying to do. Arshdeep is trying to create that foul, and it's just making sure that both players are okay, and that the level of temperature on the pitch just goes down slightly.
It's been a tense encounter, no doubt. It's been fraught with plenty of cards, and the prospect of a few more cards coming your way. The Lancers have done well to hold their own. Like you rightly mentioned, the temperature has been elevated, and the men in yellow have done their bit to enhance that as well.
Yeah, you can still hear them as the Kalinga Lancers go back from the right-hand side, then try and create an attack on the left. The Hyderabad TOOFANS want to put pressure on, and you can hear them as a collective say, go, 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 or up, up, up. And that's what you need. As a forward, you are listening to the players behind you to instruct you on where to move.
That's a good point you make. Sometimes you're blindsided, you lack a sense of perspective as to how high you can track forward, and which is why that kind of instruction is good. Eyes up hockey. That's a great deflection. That's what he was looking for. It's a great piece of action from Tim Brand, who tried to somehow find a touch, not to be as third quarter action comes to a close.
Zach Wallace, knowing that there were mere moments left, finds Tim Brand. You can see what he's trying to do, and he had to take it first time because there was a second left. He couldn't make contact.
At the end of quarter 3, Lancers lead 1-0. It's been an interesting passage of play here, but one which has gone entirely the Lancers' way. The TOOFANs began in much the same fashion as they had concluded the second quarter. The Lancers went to be too far behind as well. Here again, a number of chances going a-begging. Some 3D skills from Dilpreet Singh on display. A penalty corner secured. And it was Alexander Hendricks' turn to bury it in the backboard. Struck it from the sweet spot, and he spearheads the attack rather literally. Wielding the hockey stick like a lance. Kane Russell is still some way away, but thanks to that goal, Alexander Hendricks is now in the conversation for the Neon Sox. He alongside his opponent from this game, Amandeep Lakra and Tom Bourne and Tomas Domene, are all in the mix for the Neon Sox. But at the moment, Kane Russell is head and shoulders ahead as the action continues. Bikramjit Singh now takes his place under the bar for the Hyderabad TOOFANs as they swap positions every quarter. The TOOFANs have 15 minutes to equalize and potentially take a lead, or perhaps push the game into another shootout. They have played 2 of those already. The Lancers would merely want to breathe easy, not only hold on to their lead at the moment, but also try and further the advantage. Quarter 4 action, no doubt. We'll see plenty of thrills and spills, as has been the trend all the way in this fixture. The advantage, the momentum has oscillated rather swiftly. It hasn't been a most straightforward game to derive trends from. There's a huge yell from the TOOFANs backline. We're trying to urge them to go a lot more vertical, and we have another fixture in our midst as well, as the Ranchi Royals take on the SG Pipers at 7 p.m. local time. You can tune into the live action in not too long from now. Again, another interesting fixture. Pasha Gardiman, it is conceivable why he's so frustrated. This is a team that finished runners-up last year and lost the final to the Shrachi Bengal Tigers in a humdinger of a contest. Nilakanta Sharma pushing the ball up front. Zachary Wallace will act as a conduit in that largely centralized attack.
And for the Lancers, it's so important that they hold structure, they hold space in this last quarter of the game. That's been called against them for backstick. The idea of stepping up, good. They need to make sure they maintain discipline.
Again, veering past the back line. The TOOFANs defense has held its own for the major part of this fixture, but 1 or 2 soft PC concessions could very well turn the game. That's precisely what happened with goal number 1, where Alexander Hendricks stepped up to the fore.
It is, and statistically you see more goals as these games continue, and you can just feel it at the moment. There's more in this game. Whether or not they will actually show up and we'll add them to the score sheet, you don't feel like it's over yet.
Definitely plenty to play for as the TOOFANs continue to put numbers up front. It's yet again Zachary Wallace, one of their pivotal attackers. Nilakanta Sharma looking to secure a PC. Still with the ball are the TOOFANs.
TOOFANs maintain possession there. Hendricks going for that intercept. He's lucky with that ricochet, but the Van Doren as the captain, we just see him on the ball now to pass it away. He has been instrumental for his team. Reverse dink across. Beautiful way to transition from left to right. Now looking for the foot, getting the free hit.
Chance here, takes a shot. There is a big ricochet. Bobby Singh Dhami was the man in business a little while earlier.
And we've got Henderson on the ball, finding Hendricks, and then you can see this transition which the Lancers do so well, the constant movement.
You can see that they are looking to overload the right, especially via Ravichandra Moirantem. Any cues that you see, anything that suggests why they are overloading the right?
I think it's a side where you prefer to go down. If you're attacking on the right-hand side, then you can utilize the left foot of your defender. It's also your strong side. You don't have to go along the left. So we see as well the aerial ball thrown a lot more from the left corner to the right, as opposed to the right to the left. For the TOOFANS, they need to make sure they've got this ball. Zach Wallace going all the way through, but Henderson, really important tackle from him.
Outrun and out-muscled on that occasion. Scrappy midfield action, just for a wee bit. Now it's the TOOFANS. Rajinder Singh. Excellent defensive work rate demonstrated by the Lancers, even as the TOOFANS are from a half press, effectively looking at a full press.
They are in the TOOFANS here. They'll want to just build momentum, maintain possession. They have had the best possession, if we include this quarter, in every quarter except the third, and that's the only time where they have relinquished a goal. It's interesting that the others, they've demonstrated they've got opportunities, but they haven't actually conceded. The one where they lose possession, they conceded a goal.
It's a searching aerial looking for Angad Bir Singh, but Arthur Desluwa puts a beautiful defense splitting ball that finds Dalvinder Singh, but has now been turned over by the Lancers.
King are finding Marcus, getting it back. This is nice off-ball movement from the Lancers. They're just calming it down slightly, which is wise. The TOOFANS, they need to play end-to-end hockey. They're going to be sprinting after every ball. When they're on the attack, they'll need to commit numbers. And the Lancers need to not get caught up in that. They need to understand what they need to do in this game.
And it's very much in Lancers territory, Nikki. We saw that during a slightly scrappy game against the HILGC, where both the teams were in fact struggling to make play, but it was eventually the Lancers that prevailed.
And just a moment ago, you were asking me the question, why might the Lancers look to overload that right-hand side? I've got my statistics up. It's because they've actually created the most scoring opportunities for their team when they've attacked that right baseline.
Spot on, Nikki, as always. The certified hockey nerd in our combox. And the numbers essentially bear out what, of course, can be confirmed by a more macro assessment of how things have progressed. Time is running out for the TOOFANS.
Beautiful winding, turning there from Liam Henderson. There's the confidence to be able to do that, and now linking up his teammates, as you can see. So Dilpreet Singh there drawing, or thinking he's drawn the foul, and he's not. And Brand wants to take a quick free hit. And this is what we're talking about, the temperature just rising up. I think the time is going to be stopped, and we may have a referral.
Go, 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 otherwise you're going off. Stop. Surab,
Yes, Kun. Yes, Kun.
the TOOFANS are saying was the defender interfered within 5 meters. They are asking for a penalty corner. Can you please check?
Okay, we'll check. Either defender was 5 meters or not.
Sorry, can you add that? Yeah. It's intentional. Thank you.
So it's where the free hit was taken from. So it's saying, I think it was given against for a stick block, perhaps. Here, no, it's a foot. Okay, it's hit the foot. Then Tim Brand takes the free hit quickly. And you can see that there's been a tackle there. But Ravichandra, is he 5 yards? And that's going to be the question. Obviously, the video umpires have a lot of different angles, so they'll be able to kind of see where this was. Tim Brand immediately looks up. You can see it is his free hit. It's not necessarily if the player has gone to encroach. If they started more than 5 yards away, then they can rush in, so that can be something to look at. But if they were within 5 yards and they interfered with play in the attacking 25, then this will be upgraded to a penalty corner. This is such a close call, and it's so important for the TOOFANS as well.
In the context of this game, this decision could pretty much be make or break. There's not a lot of time left on the clock. Goals have been few and far between in open play.
Kun, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It was 5 meter, but the ball was not started from the right spot. So restart from the right place.
So it's a free hit for the Lancers then, right?
Yeah, free hit to the Lancers.
Okay, thank you.
It has been given
So
as
wait,
a free
so
hit.
the decision is the ball was not taken on the right spots, and that's a foul. So therefore, it's a free hit. So that's the first foul. Yeah, get it there.
That's really well articulated there and calmly done, and you can see Sumit listening and saying, yep, that's fine. So really important decision there, the correct decision as given by the video umpire, and then Kun will have relayed that on to the pitch. So as they referred it and it wasn't correct, I think they will now lose their referral, so you'll see the red flag underneath the score, and there's a green one for the Lancers. So if they want to use a video referral, they still can in this final quarter.
Just trying to put more pressure on the TOOFANS. Here are the Lancers. They are triangulating over the TOOFANS midfield, and that pressure has yielded a ball concession. Now Craig Moraes going down the line with that ball to Bobby Singhami. Played inside, a chance beckoned ever so briefly, but good defending from Arthur de Sluwer, who holds on to the ball.
Yeah, and Strutov there getting involved, doing really well. You can see the TOOFANS 28 circle penetrations to the Lancers 20. This was the last bit of defense. And right there, he's looking to turn. He does. He gets the ball away, but it's played too close to the defender, and his teammates cannot get in front. You've got Burns there trying to get on it, but he wasn't able. And the attack for the TOOFANS.
TOOFANS have had a frustrating evening thus far. They have made those incursive runs without really seriously threatening the goal mouth. This is where the Lancers have been so good at breaking down any incoming advance, which has resulted in a tense situation in the Hyderabad dugout. They have lost one of their previous games and lost another game by way of shootout after drawing in regulation time. So it hasn't all been smooth sailing for them. Lancers, on the other hand, have won 2 games in regulation time, drew another, and then completed a victory in shootout.
And the difference is now, as we go into just over 4 minutes left in this game, the TOOFANS will want to go forward with every attack, but when you turn the ball over and Kenai is driving forward, look at his body positioning, eyes up, he wants to find that little link pass. Unable to do so though. And the foul will be drawn. Schluver on the ball now.
He's been very good for the Lancers as well. Antoine Kina, as always, shepherded the side. Secures a penalty corner on that occasion, much to the delight of the Lancers dugout. And you could see the shoulders dropping for the TOOFANS. Angadbir Singh on this occasion.
See, that's better from Angadbir. The previous chance we saw, he put the ball square. This is done at that 45-degree angle that opens up the left foot, and he nails it.
Chance now for the Lancers to double their lead. It's Alexander Hendricks once again in the first battery alongside Arthur van der Ven. Kina with the injection. Hendricks takes the ball a little further away, perhaps to find the far post, but then hits it wide.
Yeah, you could see Hendricks stutter on there. I want to look what the injection was like, because the trap was really bouncy. It meant that Hendricks had to change his step up as he came forward for the ball, and he just lost all power and accuracy there. Kina now taking the ball himself, looking to travel 5 yards. Really good from him as well. I think they're going to refer this for danger.
Mohit, was it a foot?
And there's a penalty corner.
As long as the defender doesn't play the ball, or doesn't have the influence of the thing, so try to play the ball and you get a free hit with you.
Kunwan Bunji just laying down the law, also doing well to confer with Mohit Rawat, the other umpire, who was in a better position, and yes, the right call was made.
It was hitting Arthur de Sluver there. It would come off of his stick onto his foot, but Kina there, the way he manipulates the space, using his body to open up that passing channel, was excellent.
Yet another chance beckons for Alexander Hendricks to add to his tally. Antoine Kina with the injection. Once again, Hendricks, this time hits the first rush of flush. Brave first running from the captain, Sumit Valmiki. But that seemed to be struck pretty forcefully.
There's flat injection, good trap. And then Sumit, he gets that on his shin pad.
The Lancers is saying was a shin pad. Can you please check?
Yes, we are checking for dangerous, no danger.
So from our first view of this replay, it looks straight onto the shin pad. You can see Hendricks coming through here. Yeah, that's hit a shin pad. This will be an easy decision for the video umpire, and a re-award will be given. So it'll be another penalty corner for the Lancers.
Kun?
Yes.
It was not dangerous. You can restart with PC. And Lancers keep their referral.
Perfect, thank you.
Again, the right call being made. Hendricks will set up for another PC. Will he go flat? He does go on target, but has been kept out the first time. And that will be that as far as the penalty corner was concerned. Bikramjeet doing ever so well.
Exactly. Stood around.
Arthur de Sluver evidently not happy with the decision.
And Kina injects, good trap coming through. It's a great save, as you say, from Bikramjit coming through there. And I think they're just asking if it's going to be a re-award, which it is.
And no wonder Team Hyderabad was copping a bit of grief. in a never-ending penalty corner sequence now. Hendricks lines up yet again. This time he goes all along, but just off target. The idea to hit it flat and low wasn't bad at all.
It was a much faster injection. He switches sides. He wants to hit that left-hand corner. But because the injector didn't go in, there was no one to make the goal bigger.
Given the speed at which things unraveled, would have taken the superhero to get to the near post as fast as he had struck it. That sort of variation only comes into play if the injector can come in quickly, even as the Toofans have pulled their goalkeeper. Bikramjeet Singh has gone off the pitch, and there will be an unmanned goal for the Lancers to try and target. Toofans will have an extra outfield player now.
And you can see there, Coach Pasha Gateman there, he's saying stretch, he's showing with his arms they need to create height, and that's why they have two players currently on the baseline. They want to create height because if they're not marked, they give the option to receive an aerial ball. So wide back four from the Toofans. They give it out wide. It's going to be crashed in, but that's a completely missed hit. They're really lucky to then get that long corner.
Little under a couple of minutes left for the Toofans to try and push this game to a shootout. Do you fancy another shootout, Nikki?
I'll never say no to more hockey.
Good answer. But the Lancers are so adept at muzzling their opponents, and we've seen that way too often, and that's Bikramjeet, who will have no further part to play unless the game heads into a shootout, at which point he might be pressed into service. But for the moment, the Toofans have an extra outfield player by virtue of not having a goalkeeper. Can they make good on the extra player?
And that's the question. The Lancers are moving across in this zonal press. They're putting pressure to the most dangerous aspects of the pitch and then leaving those who they don't think cause any danger free. The Toofans need to utilise this extra player by having 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 opportunities. They can't put themselves in a corner at the moment, as you've just seen in a one-on-one battle. That is not how to use the extra player.
That will certainly frustrate Pasha Gademan. You can hear his voice rather loud. They're looking for a foot inside the circle. Haven't received what they wanted. Zach Wallace has been particularly impressive today, but he would be frustrated by the lack of support as we're down to under 7 seconds now. Could be the last piece of action. Now I think it's all but over. It will be the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers who secure another win, which propels them to the top of the standings here in the Hero Hockey India League, much to the delight of their coach Jay Stacey, as the Lancers continue their unbeaten run in the competition. For the Hyderabad Toofans, unfortunately, it's been a slew of losses that continues in their last 3 games. They have endured 2 defeats and 1 drawn encounter that went into a shootout, which they could not complete. But in a game with slim margins, it was the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers who held their nerve, ensured that their defense was well shored up. At full time, it's the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers, by virtue of Alexander Hendricks' goal, that have defeated the Hyderabad Toofans 1-0. We'll be back after a break for the presentation.
Hi, I'm Nikki Lloyd, former Scotland international. With the defensive unit being so set and the three players positioning themselves perfectly, the midfield have such a job to be able to thread that ball through to find the attackers. One way to do that is to utilise the disguise sweep, and I'm here to show you how to do it. So for a normal sweep, you actually will square your body off and you will be kind of parallel to the sideline and you'll be looking for the ball to go straight. With a disguise sweep, it's a different position. You take your left foot and you step it so your toe is directed towards the baseline. You then lead with your left hand. You have position of your stick to ball here, and you eventually slide the ball down your stick, and you want to try and find the bottom right-hand corner. So when you want to fake it, you're going to make it look like you're going to the near post, but actually, with a disguise sweep, you can go to the far. Just like that.
Welcome back to the Hero Hockey India League 2025-2026. If you have just tuned in, the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers have pulled off a victory by the skin of their teeth. It was a one-goal affair, but Alexander Hendricks got the job done in the 40th minute, and that condemned TOOFANS to another defeat. Time now for the presentation ceremony. Let's have a quick look at who the player of the match is going to be.
Back to winning ways in regulation time. The Vedanta Kalinga Lancers beat the Hyderabad TOOFANS to continue their strong season. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony for the Hero Hockey India League 2026 match between Hyderabad TOOFANS and Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. Hero Hockey India League would like to take this opportunity to thank their partners, title sponsor Hero Motorcorp, broadcast partner DD Sports, streaming partner Waves, official hydration partner Bisleri, medical partner Apollo Hospitals. Thank you for your support. Please welcome our dignitary to present the Hero Vida Electric Player of the Match Award, Dr. Prabhat Kumar, Civil Surgeon. And the award for the Hero Vida Electric Player of the Match goes to Cooper Burns from Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. The midfield engine of the Lancers, he was involved in every aspect of the game today. Taking away the Player of the Match award, Cooper. A KG encounter tonight, but you must be happy to walk away with this win from here.
Yeah, of course. Very win. It's always the first thing you want to do is just win and yeah, go on to the next one in Bhubaneswar.
And what, according to you, was the biggest difference between the two sides today?
We tried new things tactically, changed our press, suited to them. I think it worked well considering it was really new to a lot of the guys. But yeah, they played really well as expected. So yeah, good to come away with the win.
Thank you so much for talking to us and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Well, that was your player of the match, and that sums up the post-match presentation ceremony.
Well, Cooper Burns was as minimalistic and as efficient as he was on the pitch as well, as the Lancers produced the only goal that was scored in this fixture to condemn TOOFANS to another defeat. As we look at the highlights of this encounter, which seemed to oscillate one way and the other before Lancers eventually secured control by way of their superior outletting.
Yeah, the outletting from the Lancers was really impressive throughout this game. The TOOFANS had possession majority in 3 out of 4 quarters, but they were broken down when the Lancers decided to go give and go and play hockey. Player of the match, Burns getting the short corner for his team. Hendricks unable to take advantage of it on that opportunity. But look at this defensive work rate from the Lancers. They just do not allow any cheap shots against their D. Henderson there just before the end of the second quarter, trying to have that shot, and then it was Burns. I think he had that taken off him by his teammate, just showcasing how he can cut through the defensive lines with his left to right and right to left drags. The ball then going through from Hendricks on his second time of asking. Pure power. Annenberg in the goal. I think he will be a little bit disappointed with his weight distribution on that save. But take nothing away. Hendricks is on that top goal scorer graphic for a reason. And then a beautiful pass in here. It didn't go where it was intended. And there was another opportunity. Same thing, but a different outcome because it was a change in the angle of that pass. It was lovely to see from Angad Singh there. The TOOFANS then, they had to chase this game, they had to keep moving, they pulled their goalkeeper, it wasn't enough though, and the Lancers come away victorious.
The numbers will tell you that it was a cagey affair fraught with plenty of tense exchanges. The Lancers had 2 more shots than the TOOFANS' 3, 7 fewer circle penetrations, and one number that really paved the way for the goal was the penalty corner. They had half a dozen of those, and Hendricks just needed to convert 1 to secure his team a win. The TOOFANS couldn't really get too much play inside the circle. So the result of that win sees Vedanta Kalinga Lancers as yet undefeated in the competition. Right up to the top of the points table, HILGC have been dislodged momentarily, and they are in 2nd spot. The Hyderabad TOOFANS continued to linger in 5th spot thanks to that defeat. Just a look at who wears the neon socks, awarded to the highest goal scorer. Kane Russell is well and truly on top with 9 goals. Alexander Hendricks has inched ahead to be level on 5 goals alongside Tom Bond, who will feature in action up next. Amandeep Lakra and Tomas Domene, who will also be in action, are in the mix. Coming up next is another terrific mid-table clash between Ranchi Royals and SG Pipers, coming to you live at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss the action, as we'll join you in just a little bit. Until then, it's bye from Nikki and Arun.
check, 1 2 check, check 1 2. 1 2 1 2 check 1 2. इसमें तो ये वो सेल वाला है, बैटरी वाला सेल वाला है। हेलो 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 हेलो